I am at the second destination. I'm doing this as a new video. The first destination was St. Vincent de Paul. That's the previous video. And I am going to go into Grace Centers of Hope. This is also located in Madison Heights, Minnesota. So let's go in and see Minnesota. Oh my gosh, Michigan. I live in Michigan. Oh my goodness. I don't know why the Madison Heights threw me off. But anyways, let's go in and see if I can find anything to flip for a profit. I think I need a little bit more coffee before I go in so I can keep my words straight. It's been, I think, a year since I've been back to this location. I go to Grace Centers of Hope's other locations all the time, but this one I rarely get to. Let's go in and see what I can find. Looks like they have 50% off of clothing and furniture, and all pink tag clothing sale items are 50 cents each. So it's looking like I'm not going to get any sort of a discount on any home good items. Found this new with tag Mary Engelbreit piece, but it was chipped up on the top of it. It had an even bigger chip on the other side. They wanted $2.99 for it. There was a saucer underneath. I was wondering if there was maybe a teacup to go with it. I'll keep an eye out for that. I really liked this teapot, but not for $12.99. It was made by Keeley St. Pottery in England. Love the colors of this teapot, and that price tag of $19.99 got my curiosity, and it turned out to be a Port Marion. I couldn't remember if these were the exact blue glasses I just got at the last thrift store, but now that I see them while I'm editing, they were, and I should have picked these up. This was an interesting pair of sugar and creamers. It says Royal Winton on the back, with this star pattern on them, but I did decide to pass on them. I was looking to see if these were vintage Libby glasses, but they were not. Pretty, but I didn't want to pick them up for $1.99 each. I'm seeing a lot of clear glass on this side, so I decided to look more towards the teapots and the other china. I didn't know that Avon made place settings. These are little salad plates. I thought this might be a Pyrex, but it actually was no name brand.
When I saw that this was sold in linens and things, I thought this has got to go into the cart. As I got closer to this Bahamas plate, I noticed the iridescence around the rim there, and I was like, wow, that is definitely vintage. It's made in Japan. I really like this, also in the cart. This was really interesting. A pass-along plate made by Fiesta. It's $8.99, but they only sell for about $10 to $12. A cute mug that says, "Let's get to the bottom of this." I'll tell you more about this later in the haul. Oh no! The poor nurse had an accident. This was really cute. This platter was only $1.99, and I love the pattern on it. It was made by Volksgraf called Summer Breeze, but I ended up passing on it. Here are a few more items I put in the cart. There was a baggie with this vintage made in Japan dog and her puppies. They wanted $4.99 for it. And then I did find this vintage Tupperware cash register container for $3.99. I actually have the matching teacup and saucer to this plate. I probably should have picked it up, but I decided not to, and I put it back.
I tried to find something in there. There was a few items I would have loved to put into my cart, but they had them priced too high, and other items were damaged, or they weren't quite, there wasn't a quite enough, what am I trying to say, quite enough profit margin in that. I could have bought like that one Tupperware cash register. My mom had that when I was growing up, and I was like, oh, recognized it right away. And it just doesn't flip for very much. So I thought, let me put that back. And I also put back the little dog figurines. As I was looking around the bag, I could see chips on the bottom of it. I wasn't sure where it was chipping off at, but I didn't feel comfortable. And also they were missing the little chain that goes from the mama to the puppies. She still had her little metal ring on her, so it was kind of damaged. And for $5, I was like, nah, I don't think so. There is a few items that I did buy. It'll be at the end. I'm going to tack that onto the end of the video. My total spend was $7.39. So today was pretty inexpensive in terms of thrifting. The first video was the one you saw maybe a couple days ago, and then now there's this video. And so anyways, that happens. You know, you try your best to find something in the thrift store that you can flip online, but I didn't have much luck today. Before we get to the haul, I have to run to the post office to drop off my solds. I didn't have time this morning to do that, so I'm going to do it now, and I have to go to the grocery store, but you won't see that part. I will get to the haul right after this. I'm going to do the very quick haul from the Grace Centers of Hope thrift store. There is only 2 items, this one and this one, that I'm going to flip online. And this one I'm keeping for myself. So let's just start with this and get it out of the way. First off, I love the blue speckle. Just love that. It's new for $2.99. I just got one of these for Christmas. And I'm sure it was
paid for full price, and then I turn around and find one at the thrift store, which is good though, because you can only make 6 donuts at a time, but now I can make a dozen. Now, I have been doing a low-carb diet, and you're thinking, well, why do you want a donut pan? Believe it or not, there is fantastic low-carb options of making your own donuts and or bagels using these pans, and you don't have to worry about all that sugar. So let's get to the 2 items over here. So this is a souvenir piece, and as soon as I saw this iridescent on it, I picked it up and like, this has got to go in the cart right away. And then I was like, wait a sec, I better look it up, because it is a souvenir piece. I'm like, what if they made millions of them or something? Well, it turns out that this one is pretty rare and really hard to find. There are plenty that say the Bahama Islands, but it actually has a picture of like the islands. This one has the sailboat and the sun and the palm trees. It's a little bit different. Paid $2.99 for it. It's gold trimmed, got a nice scalloped edge. Let me turn it around here and show you the back. Oh, missed. Don't want it to fall down. So this is the sticker on the back. It says NT, which I don't know what that stands for, made in Japan. And I thought, you know what? It is worth picking up. There was no sale price on this. I did pay the $2.99. I'm going to expect to get anywhere, the low end, like $13, but I can get as much as $25 for this plate. But to be optimistic, I'll probably land in the middle at that $15 range for this plate. So still not a bad flip. Okay, so I just switched the plates around because it's easier to see it when it's standing up. Isn't this beautiful? Just love the color of all the roses. And it's called Rose Parade, which I thought was interesting. It's more of a modern piece, but that didn't stop me from picking it up. First off, 99 cents. That makes it easy. And it was by Linens and Things. Do you guys remember that? That was one of my favorite stores. I was so sad when they went out of business. And, you know, then of course I went to Bed Bath & Beyond after that. And now those places are closing up. I think they're still in business, but they're closing up. It does say that it's hand painted. It says Rose Parade, Don Swanson, Tabletops Unlimited. It's got a lot going on in the back here. 8-inch square salad plate. I saw where somebody had like a set of 4 of these up for like $47. That's what they listed them up for. The sold prices are, you know, again, in that $13 to $15 range. So I'm expecting to get about the same. So for my 2 items here, paid $3, and I would expect to get, you know, around $30. I'd be happy between that $25 and $30 for these 2 things. So this is one of the smallest hauls I've ever had. I struck out going to this location. I've gone to this location before of Grace Centers of Hope, and I have found lots of goodies. I kept putting things in and out of my cart, or I tried to put things in my cart and they'd be damaged, or it wasn't quite the value. Like I kind of stopped picking up, not that I'm never going to do this, but I kind of stopped picking up things that only sell for like $7 and $8. And, you know, unless I have multiples of them, then that makes sense, you know, to get a set of something. So anyways, this is the only 2 items I have. Hope you guys enjoyed the thrift with me and the mini haul. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.